Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at 5 new SUVs owners instantly regretted buying. And if you're looking for an even deeper dive into these fantastic cars, make sure to check out our latest blog article on carreviewinsightsteam. The link is in the description below, where we break down all the key details you need to know. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Number 5. Honda Passport. The Honda Passport seems like the perfect SUV until you actually drive it, and reality hits like a monthly car payment. With a starting price of around $42,000, you'd expect a refined experience. But instead, you get a 9-speed automatic transmission that hesitates, jerks, and makes acceleration feel like a gamble. Plus a stiff and bouncy ride that turns every pothole into a full-body experience. Honda markets it as rugged, but that's just a fancy way of saying you'll feel every bump and while. It's advertised as a capable all-wheel drive adventure vehicle. The system feels more like an afterthought than a true off-road performer. Step inside, and you'll find a spacious, well-designed cabin with plenty of tech, but that doesn't make up for the below-average fuel economy that hovers around 19 mpg city and 24 highway, and the fact that the Passport's resale value drops fast, losing anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000 in the first year, making it one of the worst depreciating vehicles in its class. For that kind of money, you could have just gotten a Toyota 4Runner, which holds its value far better and actually delivers on its promises. In short, while the Honda Passport might look like an enticing deal, in reality, it's an overpriced, gas-guzzling, rough-riding SUV with a transmission that's just as confused as the people who bought it. Number 4. Nissan Rogue. The Nissan Rogue seems like a great deal at first. Modern looks, decent price, and that well-known Nissan badge. But for many owners, that excitement wears off fast, starting with the infamous CVT transmission, which is smooth until it's not, with reports of jerky acceleration, delayed response, and premature failures, often before hitting 100,000 miles. And when that happens, replacing it can cost $4,000 to $5,000, nearly a third of what some people originally paid for the car. But that's just the beginning, because reliability issues pile up quickly, from electrical glitches and faulty sensors to engine problems that conveniently appear right after the warranty expires, turning a daily drive into a guessing game of what's going to break next. Then there's fuel economy, which Nissan markets as efficient, but many owners find real-world numbers falling short, especially with the 1.5L turbocharged 3-cylinder engine that feels underpowered and struggles under load. Step inside. The cabin does offer a comfortable, well-designed interior with modern tech like a digital instrument cluster and a 9-inch touchscreen. But that doesn't make up for cheap interior materials, frustrating infotainment lag, and road noise that makes highway driving anything but peaceful. And when something does go wrong, be prepared, because Nissan dealerships are notorious for high repair costs, expensive parts, and labor rates that can drain your wallet. After a few years of ownership, many Rogue drivers find themselves looking at other cars and muttering to themselves, "Never again." Number 3. Subaru Ascent. The Subaru Ascent looks like the perfect family SUV on paper. Spacious, packed with safety features, and carrying that trusted Subaru reputation. But for many owners, reality sets in fast, starting with the CVT transmission, which delivers jerky acceleration, a sluggish rubber band effect, and makes highway merging more nerve-wracking than it should be. And Subaru has already had to extend warranties after enough complaints about premature failures. Then there's the 2.4L turbocharged boxer engine, which sounds promising but comes with oil consumption issues, inconsistent power delivery, and long-term reliability concerns that leave some owners regretting their purchase. Step inside, and while the cabin is spacious and loaded with features like a panoramic sunroof, a large touchscreen, and Subaru's EyeSight safety suite, the cheap interior materials, clunky infotainment system, and excessive wind noise make it feel less refined than competitors. Maintenance isn't much better, despite being a Subaru. Brake replacements come up faster than expected, electrical problems are common, and routine service bills can quickly add up to thousands. And if you're thinking about resale value, don't expect the Ascent to hold its worth like the Outback or Forester, because depreciation hits hard, making it a financial black hole for many owners. What seemed like a safe bet for a family-friendly, adventure-ready SUV often turns into an expensive mistake that leaves drivers wondering if they should have just bought a Toyota Highlander or a Honda Pilot instead. Number 2. Chevrolet Equinox. The Chevrolet Equinox seems like a great deal at first. Modern styling, a competitive price, and that Chevy badge. But for many owners, reality hits hard, starting with the notorious oil consumption issue, where the 1.5L turbocharged engine burns through oil like a marathon runner guzzling water, and if you don't constantly check the levels, you risk catastrophic engine failure, which can cost $4,000 to $7,000 to replace. But that's just the beginning, because reliability is another major concern, with transmission failures happening as early as 80,000 miles, often requiring a $5,000 replacement. And if that wasn't frustrating enough, electrical issues plague everything from the radio and touchscreen to the key fob and climate control, turning simple daily tasks into an unpredictable headache. Inside, the Equinox does offer a comfortable cabin with decent cargo space, an 8-inch touchscreen, and available features like heated seats and a panoramic sunroof. But cheap interior materials, laggy infotainment, and excessive road noise make it feel less refined than its competitors. Fuel economy is decent at 26 mpg city and 31 highway. But when you factor in the constant maintenance and repair costs, the so-called savings disappear quickly. And then there's the resale value, or lack thereof, because after just 5 years, the Equinox loses over 50% of its worth, making it one of the worst depreciating SUVs in its class, leaving owners watching their investment disappear while repair bills stack up. At the end of the day, what seemed like a smart buy often turns into a costly mistake, leaving many Equinox buyers wishing they had just bought a Toyota RAV4 or a Honda CR-V instead. Number 1. Jeep Grand Cherokee. The Jeep Grand Cherokee looks like the ultimate SUV, rugged, stylish, and built for adventure. But for many owners, that excitement fades fast when they realize how expensive ownership can get, starting with the price, which begins around $40,000 and climbs well past $70,000 for higher trims, putting it in luxury SUV territory without the same level of long-term reliability. Speaking of reliability, Jeep's track record is questionable at best, with owners reporting issues as early as 50,000 miles, including transmission failures, random engine stalling, and electrical gremlins that make warning lights a daily occurrence. And if something does go wrong, expect hefty repair costs, with a new transmission running north of $5,000 and common suspension repairs costing over $2,000. Inside, the Grand Cherokee does offer a premium cabin with available Napa leather, a 10.1-inch touchscreen, a digital gauge cluster, and high-end options like ventilated seats and a panoramic sunroof. But tech glitches, frustrating infotainment lag, and subpar build quality make it feel less refined than rivals. Fuel economy is another sore spot. The standard V6 struggles to deliver efficiency, while the V8 is a full-blown gas guzzler, averaging just 18 mpg combined, meaning frequent stops at the pump and sky-high fuel bills. And if you think you'll recover some of that money when you sell it, think again, because Jeep's resale value takes a steep hit, making long-term ownership an expensive commitment. Between costly repairs, poor reliability, excessive fuel consumption, and depreciation that rivals a new smartphone, many Grand Cherokee owners find themselves regretting the purchase, wondering if they should have just gone with a Toyota 4Runner or a Ford Explorer instead. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. If you found it helpful, then make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos. And to see 5 SUVs that seniors should buy without hesitation, then click on the left video. And to see 7 most comfortable luxury sedans, then click on the right video.